Friday, July 3rd, Feast of St. Thomas the Apostle. This reflection is prepared by Father Iob Francis, pastor at St. Jude Church, Grand Rapids, Michigan, USA, the apostle who doubted, believed, and proclaimed. Readings, Ephesians 2, 19-22, and John 20, 20-29. St. Thomas the Apostle is often remembered as Doubting Thomas. But that title does not do justice to this remarkable disciple of Jesus. Thomas was not a skeptic who refused to believe. Rather, he was a realistic and honest man who struggled to understand how the one he loved and followed could have suffered such a humiliating death. He had witnessed Jesus heal the sick, raise the dead, calm storms, and perform countless miracles. Having seen such divine power, Thomas could not comprehend how Jesus could allow himself to be arrested, tortured, and crucified. His doubt was born not from unbelief, but from disappointment, grief, and shattered expectations. The Gospel tells us that Thomas was absent when the risen Christ first appeared to the apostles. While the other disciples gathered together in fear and sorrow, Thomas appears to have withdrawn into his grief. Perhaps he needed solitude to process the loss of his master and friend. Like many introverted people, he may have preferred to deal with his pain alone. Yet his isolation also caused him to miss the first encounter with the risen Lord. This reminds us that in times of suffering, we need the support of the faith community. The church is where Christ continues to reveal himself to his people. When Jesus appeared again, he did not condemn Thomas for his doubts. Instead, he invited him to touch his wounds and see for himself. Faced with the living Christ, Thomas made one of the most beautiful professions of faith found in the entire New Testament: "My Lord and my God." The doubter became the believer, and the one who questioned most deeply became the one who proclaimed most boldly. According to ancient Christian tradition, Thomas traveled far beyond the boundaries of the Roman Empire and brought the gospel to India. There he preached, baptized, established Christian communities, and ultimately gave his life as a martyr. Because of his missionary work, he is rightly known as the Apostle of India. Christians in India and Pakistan hold a special devotion to him. It is particularly meaningful that the minor seminary of the Diocese of Faisalabad is named after St. Thomas the Apostle, inspiring future priests to imitate his faith, courage, and missionary zeal. He is also honored as the patron saint of India, Pakistan, architects, builders, and construction workers. In today's first reading from Ephesians, St. Paul teaches that the church is built upon the foundation of the apostles and prophets, with Christ Jesus himself as the capstone. Thomas is one of those foundation stones. His journey from doubt to faith strengthens believers throughout the centuries. His story reminds us that God can work through our questions, struggles, and uncertainties. Honest searching can lead to deeper faith when it is accompanied by openness to God's grace. St. Thomas teaches us that faith is not the absence of questions, but the courage to seek Christ amid our questions. He reminds us that Jesus is patient with our doubts and willing to meet us where we are. The Lord does not reject those who struggle. He invites them closer. As we celebrate the feast of St. Thomas the Apostle, let us ask for the grace to move from doubt to trust, from isolation to community, and from fear to courageous witness. May we, like Thomas, recognize the risen Christ and proclaim with conviction, "My Lord and my God." Question for meditation: when I experience doubt, disappointment, or grief, do I distance myself from Christ and his church, or do I allow my struggles to lead me to a deeper encounter with the risen Lord?